Fine. Let's wait for a few minutes more. Okay. So far we got, I think, everyone. Okay. I don't see Karthik. Okay. Fine. Let's get started first. Okay, and we'll allow Karthik once he's there. Okay. Fine. So how are you all today? Things going fine. Active
All
day.
good.
Monday just started, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Naresh, how about you?
Yeah, doing good.
सब सही जा रहा है ना?
हाँ सही है.
Fine. Let's get started. So this is our very first session that we are going to have for Google Cloud Fundamentals. As we discussed, and I promise that I'm going to cover not only just the very basic, but we'll try to make it at least up to the intermediate level of your understanding. Because we all are already working on one or the other cloud, maybe, or you are experienced in the IT field. So let's move next. Okay. So the topic that we are going to discuss over the week, this whole week, that's going to be introduction to Google Cloud Platform. And then later, once we have that enough understanding of Google Cloud Platform, we'll move next to the compute services, and then followed by a virtual machine lab. Next, we'll cover the cloud storage, different types of cloud storage, and how it works on GCP, what are their benefits. So all of this we are going to cover. Again, followed by a hands-on lab. So on Saturday over the weekend, we'll try to cover these two topics because there is a lot of things to be covered in this 1 month of timeline that we have planned for, right? So I definitely need your energy. Okay, give me a second. Yeah. So I definitely need your support here because I want to share as much as I can. It is up to you to utilize the timeline, right? So please ask as many as question you want to, and ensure that I don't skip anything, I don't miss out anything. Okay. Yeah. So are we all good?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, so let's move next now. Yeah, so for today, I try to make it even little more compact, but we'll maybe if it is going to extend a bit, we can try to manage that. Fine. So the topic that we are going to discuss today, why Google Cloud. So we do have a little bit of picture about it. Then we'll talk about GCP infrastructure, and the next part of it where we have a short discussion. I mean, I put it in the chat also. Like, so we are going to enable the access to your own project, and we'll activate these $300 of free credits, and you will create your very first project on GCP. Okay. Fine. Okay. Let's talk about why Google Cloud. So in our uh, previous sessions, what we had, so I try to cover the other very much high level superficial kind of scenario where though that is very important, but I did not touch base on the technical aspect of it, right? So now from the technical side of it, when we see, obviously we know that Google Cloud is one of the top three public cloud providers. Now, when I say public cloud, so anyone wants to give a try, why public cloud? What does it mean? And what's
Public
the
cloud.
difference? Yeah.
Okay. Public cloud means any third party is involved on that. They are providing the compute and other services are there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That which is private cloud. It means we are on self. We are creating one cloud services, and it is for internal uses. We are not providing to some third party or third person or any different company.
Okay, that's not that perfect. Anyone else want to give it a try again?
Kind of open to everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is actually open to everyone. It's not restricted. So when we say restricted, that becomes a private cloud, right? So the public cloud is available to all. They will have a different way of sharing the resources. So you can have the shared resources as well. You can have dedicated as well, right? So when there is a dedicated only limited to one organization, that becomes very much a private cloud. But when we are sharing the resources with multiple organizations, multiple companies, that is a public cloud, right? Okay. So Google Cloud is a public cloud, and top three out of top three, it is one of them, right? So we know the other clouds. Google Cloud is as of now the third position in all of these public clouds. Okay? Now the other benefit or the other reason that someone would opt for the Google Cloud, their global network. So from the global network perspective, when I say, so compared to any other cloud, they have whenever we create any private clouds, I mean when we say, I will talk about that later on. So there is a concept of VPC, okay, virtual private cloud. See, if you want, you can take notes meanwhile, okay. But anyway, I am going to share these recordings once it is ready, okay. But you can keep making short notes here. If I'm going fast, you can let me know. Now, so let me go back. So when we are talking about the Google Cloud, it has a global network, which means whenever we create a network within GCP environment, those who are working on the cloud, they can relate it even better. So whenever we are creating a network, so in other clouds, we see that like they are going to be created in a region. So when we create a virtual private cloud, that is created within a region, and the GCP cloud networks are created globally. And within that, whenever we are actually going to interact with any of their products or services, they are going to be accessible globally from any place, right? So the amount of charges that we are going to pay for this network, that is going to be minimized. Also, it is their own network. I mean, Google has developed its own network, not bought from someone else, or not utilizing the third party networks to provide these services. So one thing, it provides more security. The next thing is that you are getting better performance, right? And so the latency wise, if you see, if you okay, yes, right. So that's true, Siddhant. So when we compare it with the other clouds, it is a problem. Okay, are you saying from the Google Cloud perspective? Yes, Siddhant, you can talk about it.
So since I use both AWS and GCP, so I have faced this issue. I have created a VM in another region of AWS. Okay, so it was in Tokyo region, which was AP North or something like that. So it was quite annoying to select each time the region that I have created VM in. So sometimes it automatically log in Mumbai region. So each time I need to click on the region, select the region to get that VM back. But in GCP, it's very helpful. We create a we create a global region that helps a lot. So each
Right.
time I go to the VM, I check for VM and it shows only VM, which region is not specified. We need to specify the region each time in the creation of VM, right? That's right. But each time I don't need to specify which region I'm in. So it's
Yes.
like it's a complete
That's
set of
yes,
region
it is.
that I can say.
Right, I agree.
It's quite
So
helpful.
that's what that's what we get as a benefit when you are working on Google Cloud also. Now, next thing is whatever data center or the I go to the next slide, I will explain that even better. We'll go even deeper. On a high level, I just want to give some inputs. So when we are actually working with Google Cloud, most of their data centers are carbon neutral, which means they are, the electricity that is used to run those data centers are coming from a renewable energy resources. Okay, and that's very important point to be touched, because going forward, I mean, if you have seen even governments of multiple countries, they are pushing this forward all the time. Even your organization, wherever you are working, you must have heard of a concept called ESG. Anyone wants to break it up? What is ESG? Anyone? Environmental, social governance. Okay. So now, from here onwards, whenever you see, the organizations are trying to make or look for the more sustainable resources. Okay. They want to secure the environment. They want to ensure that social harmony is established, and they want to have the right governance there, right? So this ESG is taking a more of importance whenever you are working on any of these products. I mean, even if it is going to be from the standalone data centers or from the cloud perspective, they are very important topic now. Okay. Yes.
From ESG.
ESG. You can make a note and you can Google it maybe later as well, Raju.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes, that's one thing that I want to really highlight, and it's very important, very, very important. Okay. Now, next is security wise. So Google Cloud is secure. One important aspect that I covered is global network and its own network. So whatever kind of communication you are going to have, you are not actually going through some third party network all the time unless you need it, or at least from the network that you are going to use, the private network that you create on the platform, okay, within your project also, right? So you are not passing to other vendors whenever you are going to communicate. So it gives the first hand security, but there are multiple other layers of security that has been enabled on this platform, and we are going to cover that in consecutive weeks. Okay. Okay. So let me move next, and I just want to give a high level view of what are the category of or the classification of Google Cloud products and services. Okay. And we are going to touch base, I mean, one by one, most of these products and services on very high level in during these sessions. Okay. So you can see here, compute services. We are going to talk about the multiple compute options that is available on the platform, be it the virtual machines, GKE, which is Google Kubernetes, okay, Kubernetes engine. Okay. Then we have the app engine, we have cloud functions, cloud run, right? So there are multiple services that we are going to discuss during the compute services session. Okay. Then there are services for data transfer. So suppose we want to, so I mean, wherever we talk about the cloud, okay, one thing comes handy is that we want to migrate our services from data center, our personal, our own data center to any cloud, right? So the migration, how that is going to happen. So for that, you should have some sort of services which is going to support your migration, right? What you're going to migrate? You're going to migrate your compute services. You're going to migrate the data services, right? I mean, whatever data you have already present. So you will start with data and then you move with the other components slowly and slowly, right? Even the applications which is built. Okay. So you need some sort of applications which is going to support it, where these data transfer services will play a role. So similar to that, we have Internet of Things services on the platform. Though I mean, I have personally did not see that Google talking about their Internet of Things services, much of it. Okay, but yes, there are services we support on the IoT devices, like how you collect the data, how you analyze it, and then how you perform the further analysis and produce some meaningful reports out of it, right? Okay. Then next one is management tools. So you will have cloud monitoring, logging, and all sort of services. So that is part of it. Then big data services. So big data service, when we say the data processing, data transformation, and then further analysis. So I can take few product name like cloud data flow, then the cloud data proc, BigQuery, right? There are multiples. Yeah, BigQuery, right? Okay. The next one is cloud AI. So artificial intelligence is the one business that is making boom in this particular year itself, and Google has maintained a very good business out of it. Okay, so this is again very huge topic, and we are already aware of the generative AI and various other products. Yes, generative AI. So generative AI is the one that is making more of the businesses. But even before that, also we had much of things to do with machine learning. So we had already been developing a lot many models, and even the search engines. I mean, yesterday I was working on one of the articles that I have shared with you all, right? So the content that I have created, it was out of something that I was already trying to implement. Okay, yes. So like vector embeddings, how that works, how the machine learning learns better and then gives the predictions, right? So all of those things, all of those services are covered with cloud AI. Okay. The next one is identity and security. Now, identity and security are put together always, because whenever we want to secure our environment, two things: either we want to secure it with the human, like by providing them right set of permissions, okay, and then authentication and authorization, right? These two things that we want to ensure. Also, we want to secure it from the third-party application or any internal application as well. So the communication, how that happens within the application to application interaction, that should also be part of the concern. So we want to have the right set of identity defined for the human users and the machine users, and as well as how we implement the security on those services. Okay. The next comes the networking. Obviously, networking is a very important part whenever we talk about cloud. So even from the data center perspective, we may not be getting much aware of what this networking is and how that works. But whenever we are going to talk from the cloud perspective, you should always be aware of what are the networking services, how they work, So like the cloud load balancer, the networks that we create, I talked about VPC, right? So how these services are actually created and how they perform, how I'm able to access any of the components. So they are again to be known to someone who is working on the cloud platform. Like if you want to be a cloud engineer, architect, or whatever different sort of roles that you want to apply for, right? So you should be having that knowledge. Okay. And again, next one is storage and databases. So here storage and databases will they are two different things actually. So when I say storage, that is going to be something I want to store any object. So I have cloud storage there. Okay, I want to store images, I want to store some text files and videos, right? So that becomes very rough storage. From database perspective, I can say that we have a different set of databases. You must have heard of their names like SQL databases, NoSQL databases, right? Analytical database or transactional database. So all those will come under storage and databases. Okay. Now let me move next. And you can park your questions meanwhile if I'm not able to take it immediately. Okay. So we'll try to cover most of the things. Okay. So now let's talk about the infrastructure wise what or how the infrastructure looks like on Google Cloud platform as itself, right? So on Google Cloud platform, we have as of now, this is today's status. I just noted it down some time back. So as of now, we have total 37 regions, and out of those 37 regions, we have 112 zones present in the Google Cloud infrastructure, overall infrastructure, right? So zones are nothing but the data centers. Regions are where the zones reside. I will cover it with a graphical representation as well. I have that in the next slide. Okay. Now, so with these regions and zones combined, as of now, Google has presence in 200 plus countries and territories included, right? So it has a global presence. It has a lot many products which help in performing all sort of your operations, all sort of your analysis, everything, right? So let's see. Yeah. Uh, mhm. So if you can see this particular slide now, okay. So anyone wants to give it a try and break it, what does it signify and what they mean? So very first you see zone. Anyone wants to give it a try?
Okay, I will say something. Okay.
Yeah.
Zone. So zone will come inside the region. Okay. Suppose that India is a country. Okay. You can consider like the India is a region. Okay. In that different zones are there. South zone, north zone, east zone. Like that, 3 data centers are there.
Okay. So let me put it this way.
Okay.
Regions here in India, if we talk about from Google Cloud perspective. So India, we have 2 regions. The first one is Delhi and then next one is Mumbai, right? So Delhi was introduced, I think, 1.5 years back or something. Okay. Now in Delhi region, we will have multiple zones. Okay. Now the zones are the actual data centers, the big boxes that you see. You must have seen some pictures where a lot many slots are there, and then hard disk actual computers when we see, our own CPUs and all that we see, right? So they are present somewhere, right? So this is actually present in a data center, and in Delhi becomes this particular area. If you see the region, right? So Delhi is one region. Within that, in certain distances, okay. So I can say like they are not very far apart. So I can say it will be around. Depends region to region, but generally we have seen that it is going to be in few hundred meters or maybe a few kilometers of distance for the zones, depending on how they design it, right? So within a region, we will have multiple clusters of zones. Okay. In normally we have seen that we will have a set of 3 zones, but in US regions we have some of the regions where we can see there are more than 3, 4, even 5 regions are also there. If I'm not wrong, okay, I will cross verify that. But we have seen that there is a variation, but mostly we'll see 3 zones are present in most of the regions. Okay. Now the regions again will have, so as I said here in our use case, in the screen you can see it is talking about Europe as a continent. Now if I say from India as a country, so here you will see that India has 2 regions, so that becomes multi-region. So you got zones then region, and then multi-region. Okay, this is also called a multi-zone. So from other cloud perspective, if you want to relate it, so you always try to work with multiple zones within a region whenever you create a network. But in case of Google, we have a global network that whenever you create, it will create a global network. Within that global network, you will create the resources within a region. Okay, and within the region also you will have multiple zones. So there are resources which differs. Either they can be accessed globally, they can be accessed regionally, or they are accessible from within a zone. Okay, like whenever we are going to discuss about compute services, so they are zonal service. Okay, but when I talk about cloud storage, the storage of images and the video files or the text file or any other set of objects, right? So when we talk about that, we can store it in a region or multi-region, or we can enable the access for zones. Okay. Fine. Thanks, Raju, for letting me know. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So so far, are we clear with zone, regions, multi-region, and global networks? You can ask a question now.
Okay. So my question is, it is same way it is working in the AWS, because you have already worked in both of them.
See, in AWS, you will create the network here. Okay.
Okay.
In this, I mean, in the region. I think pointer is not running. Let me see.
No, it is not moving. That's why.
Okay. So in case of AWS, the networks are created in a region. Okay.
Correct.
So you can see within the region you are going to create. Now, whenever you create any resources, that will be created within a zone. Okay.
Correct.
Is it clear?
Correct.
Yeah. So when we want to communicate from one region to another region in AWS, there you have to enable that security group and all sort of those activities you need to perform to establish a connection and then interact with the other region resources. Right?
Correct.
But in case of Google Cloud, when you create a service or resource in one region, by default, we don't enable anything, but you don't have to create another network, or you don't have to peer the network to connect with the other region resources.
Okay. Automatically it will work.
It will work because you are part of the same network. The networks here created globally.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. So region wise, we are creating the resources in the terms of EC2 instances, what we are creating in the AWS. Am I right?
In AWS, you create within the zone.
Okay. But here
also you create within the zone.
Okay.
But they are part of a global network, not a network which is created in a region.
Okay. Okay. So this is the difference between both of them.
Yes. Yes. Okay. You will get that feel when we move forward. Okay. Anyone has any else other question? I mean, Naresh, Raja, Saif, Vijay, let me know. Vishal. So please let me know if you are clear so far, or if you it's like a bouncing. So just let me know first. Okay. Then I move forward.
Yeah, it is a bit bouncing to begin with, because there are regions and zones that you have mentioned. So here there is something called, because I work with Azure, there is something called local redundancy or something, where we'll store the data within one area or a zone. Okay, so based on that, you can able to store the data into that particular location itself. None where it will it will have the access to store. Okay, that is point number one. Is it the same kind of thing that happens here? Is my first question.
Yes. So let me cover the first question before we move forward, right? So here again, we will have the local residency, redundancy. Okay. So whenever we want to actually duplicate our data from, whenever it depends on how we have created the architecture, right? So now, suppose here in this particular scenario, suppose I have created a resource in Europe based to A. Okay. Now, if I have enabled the redundancy, then it will replicate the same data, okay, into base to B, base to C, depending on how many regions, how many zones I want to duplicate the data to ensure that if a zone is down, I should still have access to my data.
Right.
Yeah. So the same concept works here as well.
Okay, so the redundancy can be enabled against zone, region, and
Yes.
zone and multi-regions. Okay,
So
that is clear.
multi-zones, yeah, multi-zones and multi-regions.
Yeah, I get it. And the second question is that how the region and the zone is different here when we compare it with Azure or something, because
Okay.
you said that it is a global network to begin with,
Mm-hmm.
and there is a possibility that security will be a bit low here in this particular case. Say, for example, there is an Europe-based bank data will be available, and it should not be accessible to anyone across in Asian region or APAC region. So during that particular point of time, how we actually handle that global network?
Okay. That's really great question, I can tell you. Okay. And we get that question most of the time whenever we have to compare it with the other clouds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, in case of GCP, they have a different set of security controls, which will take care of it, right? So first of all, obviously, you will have every region will be allocated a different CIDR range. CIDR range is the networks that we assign, right? The network range that we assign within that, they are going to create all of those services and products. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so they will have a separate network that is what we call as a subnet.
Okay.
Yes, you know the concept of subnet, right?
Not complete.
Okay,
Yeah,
till
you can give me a
yeah,
glance.
yeah. So let's let it moving because I think not everyone is
Yeah,
at
yeah,
that level yet.
sure,
But
sure, sure, sure.
I hope you I have answered your question for now, right?
Yes, yes, yes,
Okay,
yes, yes.
okay. Let me take it from others. How about Yusuf? Naresh, how about you?
I'm good till now, whatever you explain.
Okay, so far it is clear to you, right?
Yes.
No questions.
Hmm.
Okay, fine. Yusuf,
Yeah.
fine. Yusuf, I cannot hear you. Okay. So Raja, you're fine. Saif, you are clear?
Yeah.
Okay. See,
All good
wherever
as
you
well.
feel like it is bouncing, please stop me there itself. I will first try to fix that. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Vijay, yeah, Vijay and Vishal, how about you?
Yes, Vishal here. I'm okay. I just want to know, this is something related with networking hardware
Yes.
concepts, right?
This is going to be overall infrastructure on the cloud. Okay, on high level. Then we'll be whenever we are going to cover the other topics. I mean, all those services, products, everything within these components only. I mean, within these regions or the zones or even the global level, those services are available or how we access them, right? So this has to be very clear from the beginning.
Oh,
Okay.
got it. Okay.
Yeah. So just remember that GCP network is global. Networks are created globally. So now the subnets will be created in a region, and within the region you will have zones, and within the zones you are going to create some of the services. Some services will be created at the region, then some services will be created at the multi regions, and there are some services which is accessible globally as well. So different layers these services can be used based of their merits and demerits. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, fine. Vijay, how about you?
Yeah, good.
Good. Okay, fine. So let's move forward. Okay, so let me before that share some of the quick links. Okay. Give me a second. Okay, so let me know if you can see this I mean page on the browser.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
So here if you see, you can definitely get this. I will share this link with you. Okay, so if you see here, you can find out what all different regions are there, in GCP. So there are 37 regions, zones. There are network edge locations. We'll cover that during the networks. Okay, and it has a presence in different countries and territories. Now, if I enlarge this picture, you can see here. Now you are able to relate it even better. The visualization will work better here. So if you see, we have two regions in Mumbai, in India, Mumbai and Delhi, and within that we will have multiple zones. Okay? And also this, if you can see in the screen, so there are some dots and there are some triangles. Okay? So the dots are, we have this regions already created, and there are some of the upcoming regions, so for which you can see as a triangle, right? So this is what it depicts. And when I was talking about Google's own network, now you can see here, these are the networks that Google has created its own. I mean, it is not from third party, but they have created this, put this cable within the C also. So within C, if you see these green ones, so they are somewhere in cable investments, right? So they have created their physical networks, and with that you are able to get that blazing fast speed access to any of the services on Google Cloud. I mean, you can definitely compare it whenever we are going to move to the labs. You can find out the ease, the comfort of accessing any of the products of GCP. Anyone waiting outside? Let me see once. Okay, so let's move to the next. Okay, so take this slide. Fine, so we covered the regions and yeah, the zones and regions. Now let's talk about how to enable the billing account, right? So are we ready with this now?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so let me first give you a link for the Google Cloud Console, and then from there we'll move next. Okay. So try accessing this link, console.cloud.google.com. Okay. Okay, just type I'm in once you have access to the console on your browser. So everyone joined with their system, right? Okay, thanks Naresh for confirming. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, great. Let me get something. Yeah. So anyone wants to share their screen? Let me just allow you to share your screen. Okay. Raju, can you share your screen?
Sure.
Yeah. See, in my scenario, if you see, I have already activated it. Okay. So I
Are
may
you able
not
to see my
be able.
screen?
Okay, let me see. Let me stop sharing first. Yeah, it has just appeared. Okay, fine. Now, if you see here, you can click on start free. Everyone can follow him. Okay. Yes. Now here you can enter your details.
So what I have to
You
put?
can say individual. I mean, there will be some more options.
No.
Okay. Go up.
No.
Mid-size business idea. Okay. So you can click on business idea or startup. Yeah. Okay. Scroll down. Click on I have read. Yes.
We have to give these details.
Yes, here you need to enter your details. So you can probably stop sharing for now. I mean, you can pause it, pause the sharing. You will have that option.
So I did not open. Okay. So we can pause the share, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. You can enter your details.
Okay. So which credit card or debit card, which will be good?
Either should work. Just give it a try.
Just a second.
Yes. Oh. No worries, Siddhant. We'll share the recordings. No problem. So far, everyone is able to follow it, right? You just need to enter your details, credit card, your address. Okay. And you can definitely see that you will not be auto charged after your free trial ends. Okay. This is something mandatory step that you need to do, just because you can see that there is a warning where we see that Reserve Bank of India requires that card support auto.
Address we have to give all address or what? Or Bangalore?
No, you can just enter some of the details. You don't have to be very
specific.
Yeah, very specific. Just give them details. Yeah.
Bangalore electronic city. That's it. City Bangalore. Tax information also required? No.
Which information?
Tax.
No, tax information. See, if someone is enrolling with their business account, definitely you can do that.
Okay.
I have not that. I don't have that visibility. But this is a free trial we are trying for training purpose. So I would suggest that you can enable for business maybe in a different session or separately. But for now, let's move ahead with your personal account. You can use your own Google account for enrolling, right? So
okay, tax information is mandatory. Unregistered individual you can put?
Yeah, individual you can put. Yes, individual you can put.
No, registered individual or unregistered individual. Two options is there.
Okay. You want to share that now?
Yes, just a second.
Yeah, you can start this.
Resume share. Okay. It is asking like that.
Okay. So Siddhant is already using that. Okay, you can enter the registered individual.
Yeah. But it will ask these details.
No, it is optional. You can see that.
Okay, optional. Okay, then leave that one.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll start my free trial.
You can cancel this safeguard option.
Start my free trial.
Yes.
Setting up billing. Okay. Wait, pause this one.
Yeah. Yeah, is it done?
I have done, but it is again asking the address.
Okay, you can update that. You can start sharing now.
Okay, electronic city.
Yeah, you can put that. Okay. You can see that there are some mandatory fields that you need to enter, right?
I have written that on electronic city.
No, their city and pin code, those details.
It is required. Bangalore.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, that looks that is fine. That is completely fine. That would work.
Both are not matching. Start my free trial.
Yeah. Okay. That is great.
Done.
Okay. That looks
What brought
really
you
great.
Google to cloud? We need to learn more, explore.
Yeah.
Next, what are we interested in doing with Google Cloud?
You can give some. Yeah, I mean, they are already selected, I believe, or just click on either of it.
No, we need to select.
Yeah, click. So you can click on containerization, data management. You can even, yeah, there is an option to say not sure, but that's completely fine. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah. Okay.
Describe your role. System admin, DevOps engineer. So
it's very much a high level. I mean, you can select either of it as you wish. Okay.
Okay. I will put system admin. That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
Done. 24,502 credit.
Okay. Thanks, Naresh, for confirming it. Yes. So when we say 24,000 rupees, that is approximate $300. Okay.
Okay.
That's what you get as a free credit. Now you can click on activate full account.
Okay. Keep your cloud running uninterrupted. Keep any revenue credited. During your track.
Actually, in that question, what I have to say?
Hold on. Yeah. Yes, Naresh, tell me. If you don't want to, you don't have to activate it. Maybe you can just skip this activate part.
So what is the benefit on that or not?
Okay, so it may enable some charges when if you forget to miss out some of the services that is not under the free tier.
Okay.
So let me also share with you all a free tier. There is a free tier services that you can use on monthly basis.
Okay.
Yeah, Naresh, you have a question.
So what to select here? Cancel or activate?
You can cancel it for now. You already have that access. Let's see if you are able to create a project. So you can continue.
Okay.
Let me take the question from Naresh. He was saying something.
Jitendra, I'm here. Vijay here.
Yes, Vijay, tell me.
Yeah, there are some questions which is getting up. What best describes your organization? That I select a business idea and startup. And then next is what brought you to Google Cloud? What I have to select it here?
Anything. See, it's open to you. I mean, you can opt anything. Which one you find suitable?
Okay, learn production service.
Yeah, learn. That's all.
Okay. What are you interested in the Google Cloud? Okay. Yeah. Storage, backup, then mobile, artificial intelligence.
You are free to select any of it. There is no hard and fast rule. It is kind of a feedback, or they are trying to get some information from you, right?
Okay. No, but I thought that it will be restricting something. Only allowed to access that only. That is not the kind of.
No. Nothing like that.
Okay. Here, what describe this? Okay, done.
Done? Okay, great.
Yeah, done.
Now let me share with you all one more.
Actually, then I have to click activate full account, no?
Sorry, what is it?
There is
don't activate. Let's see if you are able to create your free, your project without activating. We will go with that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So Raju, can you move next and click on my first project? You can see on the console. So this is, let me tell you all, this is a console now. You can see the link.
This is the console, okay.
Right? You can see here console.cloud.google.com, right?
Where
on the URL, you can see it says console.cloud.google.com.
I'm not able to see that.
In the URL.
In the URL.
Not able to see where it is.
Okay, the website name. The website name.
That is okay. Console. Okay, that is first one. I was reading here. There is no console. Okay, correct.
Yeah. So for everyone, this is the console that you get access to whenever you want to access a GCP environment. Okay. And this you are able to access just because you are working with your personal account.
Okay.
If it was organization wide, then it may or may not be accessible to you. Okay. So not all organizations, not all companies will give you access to the console. They will only allow to access it through the command line only. Okay.
It means GUI will not be visible for us in the company scenario, correct?
Yes, depending on the customer or the organization requirements. Okay. Fine. Now can you click on my first project? You can see that.
Yes.
Yeah. Click on that. So far, everyone is able to follow it. Anyone has any sort of question? Siddharth, I will take yours a bit late. Yeah. Okay. Anyone has any question? Are we here so far?
Yes,
Yusuf.
Yeah.
Okay, Raju, your screen is not moving. Can you start the sharing again?
I'm sharing again.
Okay, yeah, Saif and others, yes, it is going to ask you for only 2 rupees. Okay, that is to enable the credit card confirmation, right? Yes, that is for verification. Okay, yeah. So everyone is sorted now so far. And do you see your? Yes, who was it?
It's Yusuf here.
Yeah, Yusuf, tell me.
Yeah, I have created it. I could see the welcome page and I'm just working on quality, but the one I saw when Rajiv was sharing, there was prior some accurate account, right? But I couldn't see that here.
Okay.
So is that like I have logged in?
Okay, we'll have your share screen and then screen shared and then we'll take a look. Okay. Fine, Yusuf.
Should I share my screen now? Or?
Yeah, let me just complete this one step.
Sure,
okay?
sure.
So we are almost done for this project creation part. So I believe all of you can see this my first project.
Yes.
Yes, Chetan. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Naresh, for confirming that. Vishal, how about you?
I didn't get any payment 2 rupees message, but I see one project with name as project, my first project, project number, project ID.
Did you use your debit card?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that may be the scenario. Maybe for credit card only they are asking for that 2 rupees confirmation.
Okay. Okay.
That could be a case. No
so
problem.
it asked Jitendra.
Yeah. It asked now?
Yeah. No, that time itself. I have paid 2 rupees.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so Raju, can you click on my first project now?
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So everyone just have a look into this screen. Okay. And you can also check what all components are there. This is the console that you will see and the high level services. Now, if you have worked on any other cloud, just imagine, do you have this smoothness, this kind of visualization for other clouds? Or anyone wants to share their thought?
No, actually in AWS, nothing like that. Okay, whatever the console it will open, it will display like that. What are the services you want to check? Suppose that you want to create compute services, you have to search compute services, and whatever you want, you can do that one. Okay, but here many other options are there like that. What are the things you want to learn? Tutorial is also there.
Yeah.
But there is no such tutorial. You have to read the document or anything. Otherwise, YouTube is a second option.
Okay, that's completely true. And also you can see there are some test project that you can run through, right? Obviously they will have additional cost, so don't try out without having a kind of discussion. Okay, don't try out everything.
Okay.
For now, take this link and go through it for once we are done with the session today. So there is this link, cloud.google.com free. Okay,
you have given in the chat.
Yes, in the chat I have shared that. So this particular page, the website will show you there are a list of around 20 plus services which are free to use. Okay, and on the monthly basis as well. Okay, but there is a limit.
Okay.
So unless we exceed those limits, you are free to utilize those services. You can even host your static web page on the platform. Okay. Fine. So now you are in your own project.
Yes.
You can see the hamburger sign or the 3 lines you can see on the very left side.
Yes.
Not this one. Yes. Okay. Here you can find out all the services and projects. All the services and products.
Okay.
You can see based on the classification of those products, you will see they are present, right? So they are divided into. These are the very much just the individual products. But when you click on more products, you will see this segregation.
All the other services.
Yeah. So the segregation based on for which kind of technology or which kind of product they are, right? So the category wise they are put in. So you can see the databases, all the databases under databases.
Big table, database migration, story and track.
So for today, explore this, get handy with this console. Also, one more thing I just want to put forward. See, there is a lot to learn for today. Okay. So I don't want to overburden, but obviously this is a little burden for now if you have just experienced it for everyone. Okay. Okay. So let me just add one more component that you can definitely explore. As I promised that I would be adding up some details on the Terraform as well, right?
Yes.
So on the screen, you can see there is a Cloud Cell link. Okay. So on the right hand side, just next to search.
Okay, next to search. Okay. Okay. Yes. Activate Cloud Cell notification.
Yes, click on that.
Activate Cloud Cell. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, click on that. Continue. So it is a free to all. Okay. Like any other cloud platform, you will have access to the Cloud Cell.
Okay. Okay. Now it is created. So
now,
this is EC2 instance or what?
No, this is not a EC2. Okay, so definitely it's not going to be EC2 here.
Okay.
So EC2 is for AWS. Here we will have the virtual machines.
Okay.
Compute engine or virtual machines.
Okay, compute engine or virtual machines. Okay.
Yeah, same thing.
So what is this console for? This looks like.
So now this console is what I was talking about. So when we actually work at the enterprise level, right?
Okay.
We get access to this console only to perform our tasks. So here, even not this Cloud Cell that we use our own SDK installed on our system.
Okay.
We authenticate and then we try to access any of the services, resources, products on the cloud.
Okay. So from only CLI, we can do any changes or any implementation in the enterprise, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So there will be no GUI.
Right. And also the Terraforms and multiple other modules are installed by default here. You can just type Terraform. Okay. Space. No. Okay, that's fine. So you can type Terraform and version. That's what I wanted to show. Okay.
Space version.
Yeah, you can see hyphen. Yeah, space hyphen version.
Yes, yes, space hyphen version. I was also thinking command using. It is there. 5.4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Because nowadays very much in demand Terraform. Okay. So if you are from infrastructure or you are already in system admin, you know the Terraform or not.
Right. Right. That is true. Okay. So now Raju can stop sharing and let me take it from others. Okay.
Okay. I will stop.
So my shell was not connecting just for.
Yes, Vishal. Vishal, right?
Yes.
Go ahead. Go ahead and share your screen. Yusuf, you are sorted now, right?
So I couldn't see the credit points actually. It's something I was seeing on the screen.
Okay. So we will take that as well after we are done with Vishal.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
I clicked here. This says that no connection.
Okay, so can you refresh your page? Maybe you just refresh and you should be working. Okay. Is it disabled in your region or something?
This is my office laptop. Maybe they have disabled.
Right. Okay. In office laptop, I may not confirm that then.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Try it on your system if that is enabled, because it could be something to do with your network.
Because I am on VPN in office network.
That's why. This is the reason.
Okay. No problem.
You can share. Can I share in my personal laptop?
Yes. So Vijay, let me take Yusuf's and then we can take yours.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yusuf, go ahead.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so what's the concern here, Isu?
So thing is, I've seen some points here.
So your voice is muffling. I mean, I cannot clearly hear you.
Yeah, am I audible now?
Yes, you are better audible now.
Yeah, I have seen some credit points here, Rajiv's screen, but I didn't see here.
Okay. So let's find out your let's find out your budget. So click on that search box on the top. Yes. Then click type billing overview. Yes, click on account overview. Yeah, payment overview, account overview, anything is fine. Okay, now select that billing account. Okay, I don't see your billing account scheduled yet. So again, maybe you can go back, search with billing overview instead of payment overview. Yeah, account overview. Yeah, account overview. Okay. Right. Okay. Now have you? Okay. So on the on the left hand side, just scroll down, and you can see payment methods. Click on that. Okay. Yes. Have you already utilized this account for Google Cloud? Like otherwise, you should see the free components. I mean, free services.
I haven't used it for Google Cloud, but then I believe I used for AWS.
Okay. Maybe you can try with some other account. See, ideally, if you have never used, then it should have shown you $300 free credit.
That is what I was thinking. Like that would
Yeah. So for the learning purpose, definitely you can create a new Google account if that's a need. Okay, and go ahead and try it out. Okay.
Click this first project and see a different screen.
Okay, yeah, here also you should see, but I don't see why you don't have it.
So then I will try the different Google account.
Yeah, try with a different account then, and then we'll see.
Sir, go to the billing overview.
Sorry?
Go to the billing overview again, that search box.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Click on that account overview again. Did you find it?
Scroll down now. Scroll down. Yes, sir. I found on my account.
Okay.
That it's on the page. You need to scroll down a little bit more. I have seen on my account that there is a scroll. यहीं पे option था.
Sorry, your voice was breaking.
So in my account, it was right here in the bottom of the page.
That's okay. So Yusuf, you can look at it. Okay, if it is still not fixed after creating a new account, okay, then we'll see. I mean, I think it should get fixed once you have a new account created. Okay. Yeah. So there is some concern with your billing account. So we'll look into that. Meanwhile, I can take a question from Vijay.
Okay, I mean, I'll try to create a different account.
Fine. Yeah, there is nothing else actually. So Vijay, go ahead and share your screen now.
Yeah. Here actually, I want to see the cloud shell, but I didn't see that option. Where I have to go?
Oh, okay. Click on Google Cloud. That logo you see there, right? Actually, it is there in front of you. Otherwise, also, but just see that next to search where you can see search. Yes.
Activate cloud shell.
Yes.
Okay. And if I want to go at here in this drop down side,
where?
Here in the left side, it is not there, no?
No. It is not there.
Okay.
So it will be present there itself all the time, even if you are not in the cloud, the console. Otherwise, I mean, if you search with cloud.google.com, even then also you will find that Cloud Shell attached to it. It's been almost a year plus they have added there itself. So Google actually has tried to simplify the use of cloud as much as possible, and you will find that while you are going to learn it more. Yeah. There is a typo. Correct. Right?
Okay.
Okay. So anyone else has any other questions?
This one thing, I think I can see the project, but still I see an option start free. I don't know why. Shall I share my screen?
Let me take it from others first if there is anything else pending. So
okay.
Race, Raja, Saif, Raju, and okay. So Yusuf, anyone has any other questions so far?
No, I'm good.
No, Jiten.
Yeah. So far, did we understood so far whatever we discussed?
Yes.
Okay. Fine. So let's take the question from Vishal. Yes, Vishal, you can share your screen now.
Yes.
Yes, tell me.
No, I removed the connection. Like I deactivated my VPN, but still there is no cell connection. So I was thinking maybe I have to use personal computer only for next sessions. No?
Yeah. Yeah. Otherwise, it should. I mean, ideally, the cloud networks. I mean, the cloud cells are not blocked. Otherwise, okay. I don't know for your scenario why it is not working.
And see on the top.
Maybe yeah. Maybe you can try opening it in a incognito mode if that is accessible. Okay. So try to log in a incognito mode and then again try it out. That should fix the issue.
Now?
Yeah. Try, yes, you can try it.
Okay.
Okay. So while he's fixing that, so I have kept. Let me see that. Okay. So far, whoever has enrolled, I have shared with you the access to the shared drive on Google Drive, if you remember. Can you confirm that? Do you have access to that? Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So there I have kept, first of all, schedule was already present. Now I have also kept a set of 10 question set, okay, which is focusing more on the Google Cloud Digital Leader certification.
Okay.
Now, as you find the comfort, you can start going through it. It is not going to be that tough as you are already working in the industry for some time, right? Most of you. So anyone who's facing challenge, definitely we are going to discuss that later on, but I will keep appending additional questions there. You can start practicing it based on whether you are also preparing for a certification or not. Okay. So can someone confirm that you can see the
Can you share the link, Jitendra? Here.
I have already added people there. Okay, so those who are enrolled.
I want to link of that drive link.
Yeah, I have already done that. I think. Let me try that. Give me a second. Give me a second. No? Or can you go to your drive and then go to shared services? I mean, shared. That would be shared with me. Can you check that?
Jitendra, is it like practice question fine?
Yes, they are practice questions.
Yes, it's available.
You can see that, right?
It's working now, Jitendra. You can see.
Can you share the link, Naresh?
Yes, I can share.
Okay. Yes, Vishal, I can see that now it's working for you, right?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, while we are going to progress further, we'll keep it in parallel. Like whenever we are working with learning the compute engine or other services. So as much as possible, we'll try to run through the command line as well, and also we'll explore on the console. Okay, just to keep a balance. Yes. Okay.
So I can stop sharing now. We can.
Yes, you can stop sharing now.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. So let me stop recording as well.